All right, listen, we told you that we were going to have a guy that we've had on the show before, and he's such a great guy.
Yeah.
And so nice to come on the show with us because he's certainly got better things to do, that's for sure.
Yeah, he does.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've probably seen him on Oprah.
Yes.
You've probably seen him on his own show.
Yeah.
I don't know what our producer's doing right now.
I don't know. Probably getting his phone number.
There we go.
There we go.
She's probably trying to hit on Dr. Oz.
I know, right?
How are you?
We're doing
Hi,
well.
Dr. Oz.
Was our producer just trying to hit on you?
Yes, it was fun. I liked it.
Okay. Well, she's young, so we didn't know if she was trying to get your digits or whatever the kids are
Right.
saying now.
We're so excited to have you back, Dr. Oz.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Well, I love being with you. I'm coming out to visit Phoenix. I'm going to be there Sunday and Monday.
Are you really?
What for?
We're taping some shows there.
Oh, cool.
We're going to big story actually in Phoenix that we're putting together. It's my brother-in-law lives in Tucson.
Right, and he actually was Gabrielle Gifford's doctor. Is that correct?
Absolutely was.
Yeah.
And great guy. So we try to get him to visit once in a while. But this is all about Phoenix. So I'll be spending some time with you guys, great folks.
Do you mind if I ask what the premise of the shows are going to be?
Well, we're talking about a weight issue, and there's a guest that lives in Phoenix. I'm not being coy on purpose. I just want to protect her privacy.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Because I've not met her yet, but we're going to be talking to her about some of her challenges, and there's some things that make her very unique. So we're going to be focusing a whole show around her and her story, and we'll be in the medical system in Phoenix. You live in a great town, obviously, and there's lots of stories we could talk about, and we got a great affiliate, a great partner there that helps raise these onto our radar screen. So we'll be spending a couple days with you.
Oh,
Cool.
good.
Very-
I'm so excited, Dr. Oz.
What else do you do when you come to town? Do you golf or anything like that? What do you do when do?
I've been to Phoenix many times, so I have golfed there and spent all the time at different, wonderful hotels like the Phoenician you have. But
Right.
this one's work.
Oh,
Unfortunately, I don't get to partake in all the wonderful food and activities that you guys have available to you every day.
Cool. Well, we're glad to have you here. Either way, anyway, we can get you in the
Yeah,
valley.
no kidding.
So
Just
we
to
can get
know
some-
you're here, Dr. Oz, I feel healthier.
some pictures. Do you have to put out? Do you have to put out rules when you go to do things like this for work? You say you show up in a hospital. Do you have to have people call ahead and say, "Listen, guys, don't be snapping pictures while he's trying to work and yada yada." Do you have to do that kind of stuff or no?
Well, not really. I mean, I don't mind folks taking pictures. It's a real honor that people care what I have to say. I just want the people that I'm trying to take care of to have their privacy protected.
Right.
So I usually will, and hospitals in particular are pretty good about this, but sometimes you'll be out in public with someone that you're doing a story with, and I don't want them feeling like they're an object in an amusement park.
Right.
I just want them to feel like they're valued, because that's the whole intent of the show, right? I mean, we have a good time, we play around, but what you're really trying to do is celebrate people wherever they are in life. And you can't do that if people are gawking at you.
No, that's absolutely true. I know that from experience, Dr. Oz.
Dr. Oz, I have a personal
Oh no, Dr. Oz.
issue. No, I got to bring.
So
I got to bring. I've got him on the phone. What do you want me to do? Of course, he's right here. I got to ask him.
Dr. Oz.
Can I ask you kind of a personal question? Okay.
Oh God.
So my girlfriend and I have decided that it's time to pull the goalie. Okay.
Pull the what?
Pull the goalie.
They want to have the
I like that idea.
You
Yeah.
like that? Okay, so we've decided that it's time to pull the goalie. So along with that, now she's 38 and I'm 35.
He keeps acting, Dr. Oz, like 38 is ancient. It's
No,
still
it's
okay.
not ancient,
Hold on.
but-
It's still okay to have babies at 38, right, Dr. Oz?
It is.
Thank
Of
you.
course. No, and I'm not denying that. I'm just saying that even her doctor said, as women, get up into the late
Okay.
30s, whatever, there can be complications that can develop.
Okay.
So, of course, we have to go in for all the your parts are okay and my parts are okay and all that kind of stuff testing, right?
Have you tried yet? Have you pulled the goalie yet?
Yeah, no, we have. And it's...
Have you pulled the goalie for 6 months?
No, they have not.
No, we're just going to get in any checkups just in case there are any complications or anything like that. We can address those right off the bat. So it's just a precautionary thing.
Well, I mean, I think it's worth being evaluated relatively early on. I hate folks wasting money if they haven't tried, because most people will be able to get pregnant within 2-3 months at most.
Okay.
And the average couple, we don't really do much with until they're about 6 months into it at your age. If younger couples, we don't mind waiting a bit longer. But once you're over 35, you're right. The fertility rates drop, complications of the pregnancy go up. And just if I can be honest about this whole issue of the age of the parents, it's both the mom and the dad, by the way.
Right. Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, this brings me to my question.
Oh, no.
So I went through one of the most awkward situations I have ever been through yesterday, Dr.
He took
Oz.
the test, Dr. Oz.
I had to go in and get the little guys tested. Okay?
Yep.
And never have I ever been, and I think awkward is hilarious. The more awkward, the better.
Is that your question? Why is it awkward?
Well, no. So I went in and I did this really awkward test, which I'll fill everybody in on the whole procedure and process of this later on in the show. But I wanted to know, is there anything that I can do to boost chances, or I guess boost the potency? Can we say that?
Yes. There are lots of things you can do. Just when you describe it to the crowd later on, one of the big mistakes that often happens in the donor rooms is they give you, the wrong kind of pornography.
Okay.
Comments about that. I've noticed that happens with a lot of my friends.
Can I say this? I looked down, I don't even want to get into the story right now, but I looked down in the room, in this tiny room, and there's a television there and a DVD player, and I went, no way am I even touching that.
Exactly. Can you imagine that?
No, I couldn't, and I didn't. Gross.
So there's real quick about sperm motility. There's two issues. There's the number of sperm.
Okay. Hey, let's call it something else just in case there's kids.
Swimmers.
Let's say swimmers.
Okay.
Perfect.
There's the number of swimmers and
Right.
how well they swim.
Right.
The number of swimmers is a little more difficult to change. How well they swim is often very changeable. Things that make a difference. You want to keep hot things off them, like laptop computers. Try that little concoction, and garlic is the final one I'll add to you. And I'll tell you, these things, they'll be going gangbusters. They'll be swimming away.
Or,
Love
Dr.
it.
Oz, here, I've got another one
What?
for you. Since I
What?
did win 6 Olympic gold medals in swimming, Dr. Oz, maybe I could, that's gross, help them to swim.
I don't want you anywhere near any of that, Amy.
Dr.
Nothing.
Oz, in my head, it actually sounded better than when it came out of my mouth.
Yeah, nothing. That didn't sound good at all.
I thought it sounded okay.
Thank you, Dr.
No, but
Oz.
listen, here's the thing. I view her like a sister. We sit across. She's my at-work wife, and I'm her at-work husband. But the thought of either of us even being anywhere near any of those... Get away from me. Get away. I don't want any part of that. Now, last time we talked to you, we'd asked you what one of the biggest things that ticks you off about people's health habits were, and you said sugars. People just go bananas on sugar.
Yeah.
Amy, you had a question for him. There's a topic you love to talk about, and it seems like you hit it, if not every show, every other show. You at least touch on it.
Why does this have to do with sugar?
Well, no, I'm just saying this is the next question I'm saying. There.
Dr. Oz, I know I watch your show every day. You like to talk about going number 2.
I do.
And you say stop, look, and flush.
That's right.
Why is it so important to stop, look, and flush? And what am I looking for? Am I looking for the tapeworm that I've just passed? What am I looking for?
Oh, my God, honey! Honey, come here and look at this! You're knocking over... It's huge!
There have been times I wanted to take a picture and send it to Parker.
Gross.
So,
You're not looking for nematodes.
okay.
For a couple of basics. You're looking for shape.
Okay.
Right? You want it to be S-shaped because when you poop, it's
Super
a
poop.
cast of the last part of your intestinal system. So you want to make sure that you're not constipated, and you can do that looking at its shape. You also want to look to see where they got little pellets that are floating or sinking.
Yes.
And that's important because it tells you how much air and how much fat is in the poop. Fat floats. So if you got a lot of fat, if it's floating, it means you're having more fat in your diet, or you're not releasing chemicals in your intestinal system like bile that are required to wash the soap and digest it well. So it tells you a little bit about how the food is agreeing with you. And the basic concept is, if I wanted to see how well a car's working, you look at the exhaust. You want to see how well any machine's functioning. You see what comes out of it. That's the refuse. And so you want to do the same thing for your body. If it's not coming out the right way, then it's a clue to you that things aren't going into you the right way either.
Okay, so do I want a number 2 that floats or a number 2 that sinks?
Either one's fine.
Okay.
Are we talking life jacket or Titanic here?
So my general belief is it ought to sink because I don't want to have too much fat in my diet.
Okay.
Right.
If you're trying to lose a little bit of weight and you want to make sure you're functioning well, it ought to be S-shaped at the bottom, ready to get
Super poop!
And it needs to go kerplump.
Right.
Well, of course, the way it hits the water makes a difference. If it's
Oh, geez. Really?
if it
Really?
flies there like a Greg Louganis dive, then we're good to go.
There's no good
I
place we
gotta
can
run.
go.
I'm catching a flight out to the West
All
Coast
right.
to visit with you guys. I will see you or talk to you, I hope, over the next couple of days.
Awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Oz, thanks
Be
so much
safe,
for hanging
Dr.
out with
Oz.
us today, buddy.
Take care.
Have a
Bye,
good
Dr.
one. All
Oz.
right. I just love him. He's such a great guy.
So great. And you watch the shows and he does talk about number 2. And I've always wondered why we need to discuss that.
Well, I mean, he's got a good point, but like, so basically, it needs to have an S on the chest.
Yep.
And you need to hear Leonardo DiCaprio going, "I'm the king of the world."